Hey peeps, Pixie Poison here, coming at you with another vlog. I hope you guys have been enjoying the summer so far. Here in the UK, it's actually being a proper summer. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky for days. It's as if the sun has finally gone to us. Right, you complain I'm never here. Guess what? I'm gonna do a Muppet Christmas Carol on you. Heat wave! Oi! This is my island in the sun. And yeah, we're all basically sweating our own body weight out and complaining that it's too warm. We have all basically become that Peter Kay joke. Oh, ain't it warm? Oh, ain't it warm? Oh, is this too warm for me? I mean, I like it warm, but not this warm. There's warm and there's warm. Oh, I'm sweating cobs. That's basically what we've all turned into right now. But, plus point, I can wear all my summer clothes. I don't have to take a jacket with me, so I don't have to go to the cloakroom when I go on a night out. And, of course, it's summer, so that means ice creams and G&Ts outside, bitches. Anyway, down to what the vlog's actually about. This time, I thought I'd focus on something that has been a talking point in the media for quite some time, particularly among young people and among content creators on YouTube, Twitch and lots of other different sites, and it's around the topic of mental health among creators, and it all stems from an article I read on Polygon 3 weeks ago that was titled "YouTube's top creators are burning out and breaking down en masse. This is all I've ever wanted. Why am I so unhappy?" And as I said, the article addresses YouTubers and Twitch streamers and content creators that are becoming increasingly overwhelmed and stressed and having mental health issues or episodes related to being a YouTuber and struggling to deal with the demand for more content. And is YouTube kind of feeding into that and making it become a kind of toxic culture, and is there a trend kind of forming from it? And there was so many conflicting opinions and comments on this article. I just thought, do you know what, this is really eating away at my brain. I can't not give a response to this. So the article starts off talking about 3 high profile YouTubers whose subscriber count is like in the millions mark. So it was Bobby Burns, El Mills and El Rubius, I think his name is. They all went public to their viewers and to their fans about their mental health issues and their breakdowns or episodes due to YouTubing and trying to meet the demand that they and the site are encouraging. And while they've had a lot of support for that, they have also had a lot of backlash, and YouTube has basically done nothing to help that. And you know, they aren't the only ones. The article lists like I think at least 6 or 7 other content creators who are going through the same thing, and it's, you know, it's not isolated. There are lots of people actually under this kind of stress and undergoing this kind of thing. And while I can't say that I've gone through it like they have, I can understand a little bit how the pressure can get to you. And as I say, I just thought I'd weigh in my overview on this and give my 2 pennies worth. One of the quotes from the article actually stuck out to me near the beginning was, "Constant changes to the platform's algorithm, unhealthy obsessions with remaining relevant in a rapidly growing field, and social media pressures are making it almost impossible for top creators to continue creating at the pace both the platform and the audience want. And that can have a detrimental effect on the very ecosystem they belong to." And you know what? There is a real grain of truth to that, because there is so much pressure, you know, not just from fans but also from the platforms and from the expectations the creators give themselves in order to stay relevant and to rake in those views. And by raking in those views, you rake in that money. You know, that you keep putting out content and go. And you know, that is a really unhealthy cycle to be in, but somehow you feel yourself in it. Later on in the article, it talks about a creator called Casey Neistat or Neistat. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But she spoke to someone who asked her questions about why she was unhappy with with how things were going with her channel, and she replied with, "I've often talked about the pressures of being a YouTuber, and it's a tricky thing to talk about because to find success on YouTube is to live the dream. Like, this is the ultimate, and if you achieve this kind of success on this platform, which so many people try to do, like, how dare you complain about it? It's difficult to talk about unless you've been in this position. I think it's challenging to empathize with it." Now, this bit of the article is a bit what really starts to grind my gears, because this unearths a whole other toxic aspect of life that comes into every single career, hobby, social interaction, anything, and it's just the worst. So further down in the article, it lists some comments from an article that Polygon did not too long before about YouTubers and mental health, and these people basically just do not sympathize whatsoever. So these are just a few of what's come out of it. So yeah, hard to really sympathize. Boo hoo. I work harder than you think. Is someone holding a gun to your head? No. So if it's too hard, find something else to do. Fact of the matter is, if they didn't enjoy it or like the money they were making, they'd be doing something else. They act like they're in prison doing forced manual labor. This is the best one. This is, "Gee, I never get burned out at my job ever. That doesn't happen to me or billions of other people every day." Where do I begin with this? Okay. So basically, already it's turned into a one-upmanship contest. How has that happened? Because you're a YouTuber, you're not allowed to feel stressed, and you're not allowed to feel angry and feel overwhelmed. Like, what? Every person, no matter what job or hobby or anything that you have, you are going to feel stressed and overwhelmed, and you have every right to feel stressed and overwhelmed. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber or a cleaner. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay, you have every right. If you feel stressed and overwhelmed by something, you have a right to feel that way. Coming up here and saying, "Oh, I work harder than you. Oh, this person has to do this every day," is kind of like coming up and saying, "Oh, you know what? I feel hungry. I'm quite hungry. I am." And someone else coming in and say, "Oh, you're hungry. There's children starving in Africa." Yeah, but that doesn't make me any less hungry. That is such a dead-end and asinine argument. Yes, there are children starving in Africa, and that is a tragedy. But just because that is happening doesn't mean that you can't feel hungry. You're a human being. You get hungry. It's like the Frankie Boyle joke on Mock the Week when they were talking about the Italian Prime Minister, what's his name? Berlusconi? That's his name. Berlusconi, when he apparently had sex with an underage escort. I think she was like 17 or something. And they questioned him about it, and he basically came out and said, "There are a lot of pretty girls around. I'm no saint." And Frankie Boyle basically went, "I'm no saint isn't a denial or an admission. It's just a bizarre non sequitur. That's like saying, do you like sleeping with underage girls, Mr. Prime Minister? Well, I didn't invent penicillin." I think saying a human being has no right to feel human feelings probably comes from bitterness and jealousy, I think, a lot of the time. As I said, it doesn't matter what job or hobby or walk of life you are from, whether you're in something that you enjoy or you're in something just to make a living. There are going to be stresses, and you have every right to feel them and to be brought down by them. And no one else can say you don't have a right to those feelings. Now, looking at why some of the YouTubers may get overwhelmed, some of it is probably due to the scheduling, and again, this feeds into, the pressure to create more content and to do it more frequently. And I think a lot of YouTubers who have these strict schedules probably put too much pressure on themselves to stick to these schedules. And like, this is kind of why I don't have them. I don't make a strict schedule. I don't do it because I know I will be putting too much pressure on myself. Like, some days I'll wake up and I'll be like super productive and I'll be like, right, I feel really good, let's do this, and I'll whack out like 3 videos in a day. Like, literally, I'll be on that much of a roll. And then the next day I could wake up and just not want to get out of bed and just curl up in my duvet and cry for whatever reason. And on those days, obviously, I'm not fit to record. I don't want to record. I shouldn't record, because what you get from me in those moods is not going to be good quality. It's like any other job. If you feel sick, if you feel sick and you're not fit to work, you call in sick. I mean, from their point of view, devil's advocate, you're not profitable enough. If you're not at your best, you are not an ideal employee on that day. So it is better for you not to come in. If you're at a job, you need to be at your best. And as I said, I've been speaking to a few of my YouTube friends, on Twitter and things like that, about this sort of thing, and they've told me about, feelings of being stressed and episodes they've had. And if there's anybody feeling that way that is watching this video, I will say to you the same thing that I said to them. It's okay to take a break. No one will think any less of you for taking a break. You're human. You're burnt out. You're run down. You need to recharge. So if you're starting to feel that way, first of all, stop. Just stop. Breathe. Think about what you need to do to get yourself collected and calm. And it probably means taking a break away from this. So take a break for at least a week, I would say. If you're feeling that burnt out and stressed, go for at least a week without anything. Tell your fans and your viewers on YouTube or on Twitter, whatever method you want to get it out there, just say, sorry guys, I need some time out. No videos for a while, I'll be back soon. That is all you need to say. It is nobody's business but yours why you are away. And anybody who truly appreciates you will understand that. And this is the most important part, and I will scream this from the rooftops. And I'm going to apologize in advance because there is going to be some colourful language in this segment. Anyone who thinks that YouTube, Twitch, whatever content takes priority over a person's health is a complete waste of oxygen and should go fuck themselves with a cactus. Nothing takes priority over your health, okay? Do not sacrifice your health because you feel you have to live up to people's expectations and your own expectations. You don't. Nothing is more important than your health and being well in yourself, be it physically or mentally. And as I said, anyone who truly appreciates you and your content will understand and not think any the less of you for it. So, with regards to the actual question that's posed in the article, it's like, is this becoming a dangerous trend and is YouTube feeding into it? I would say yes and yes. And probably not enough is done about it. And I think the people who are out there who are watching this content who are being part of the pressure and messaging creators saying, why haven't you recorded, why haven't you done this, when's this video coming, when's this, you lot need to back the hell up. These creators aren't dogs you can simply whistle at and click your fingers and they'll come running. They are human beings. Be patient, wait. Yes, you might think, where are these videos? But keep it to yourself. Just wait. The content will come, and let's be honest, the best things are worth waiting for. And with regards to what YouTube and sites like that can do about it, I think they should look into how their website works and whether they themselves are fueling the problem, which I think they are. And at the moment, according to the article, it said the only thing they're kind of doing about it at the moment is basically featuring a playlist about burnout and mental health. Oh, whoop-de-friggin' do. I think all sides kind of need to take a step back and think, how can I stop this becoming a cycle that will destroy me if you're a creator, or others if you're a viewer? And that comes from fans, platforms, and creators. I think with creators, one of the things obviously would be back to the schedules. It would be, don't restrict yourself with a schedule. Don't set unrealistic goals. Ignore what people are asking. If people are putting too much pressure on you, shut them out and think what is realistically possible. Don't chain yourself to an anchor, because it will drag you under. And if any of you are going through something like this, one thing I can recommend to you, if you really do need help and to reach out, there is one number I will give you, and that is the number for the Samaritans, and that is 116123. That's a UK number, and the same in the Republic of Ireland. Apologies to any viewers outside the UK or the US, I'm not too clued up on helplines for that kind of thing in those areas, but for the UK, the Samaritans is such a good helpline. It is free, and it is 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24 hours. You can ring them up and they will give you support. They won't offer you advice on what to do, but they will listen to you and they will explore your thoughts and feelings and help you talk them out and get to the bottom of them and help you have a bit more clarity. And if you do need specific advice, they might be able to offer, you know, contact details for organisations and what have you that can give you that specific advice. So peeps, that has been my philosophical and slightly ranty vlog for you this time. I hope you've, if not enjoyed it, you've found it insightful, and yeah, I'd love to hear your views on this. It is such a big topic, so whatever you think, drop a comment in the comment box. I'll look through it and I'd be happy to talk it out with you. So, I've been Pixie Poison, this has been another vlog, and I shall see you guys soon. So, peace out, peeps.